People handle grief in interesting ways, don't they? Some are overcome with anger, lashing out with little regard for themselves or those around them. Some, less emotional, take a more methodical approach and seek to hold whoever is responsible liable to their actions. Others refuse to accept the presented reality and look for deeper answers. Others still take it as an opportunity to better themselves in case they could prevent a future misfortune. And then there are those who obsess. Those who spend years and years condemning the victim in blind belief that they could have prevented their own death, telling themselves that their lives would have been so much better had the victim not died. I'd imagine that such people, once they snap out of it, must feel like right idiots, spending so much of their life on a premise that may not even be true. A sheet of light glows brightly on my arms as I make my trek. Not a cloud in the sky. The air is warm and stifled, as if it gorged itself on deli meat and now it's worried to hurl if it moves too fast. It's 9 a.m. on a Thursday. Such a weird nothing time. Everyone's already either at school or work or had altogether decided the day is not worth it. There's no one around to avoid eye contact with. The only sound is the shuffle of the occasional car in some nearby street. The guards promptly end their conversation the moment I come within earshot. Eyeshot. A new pair of guards, a different pair, with smaller guns and uniforms that are less black. They stand at attention and listen when I tell them my name. I'm here for Nelson Fischer, I say. Is this the right place? I have an appointment with him.
So do you think he's reliving his own memories or his dad's right now?
Yeah. Because they're talking about things looking different, although the guards would have to be different no matter what, because the other ones were harmed.
Did I voice Fisher? I think so, right? Yeah. Well, what do you know? My unruly grandson decided to show up after all. You aren't that thick in the head, I don't believe. Neither do I take you for the type to have given it all up. So, I have to wonder. Are you here to bargain? Could it be that you've done something that you wish you had not? You wouldn't be the first. Otherwise, I hope that whatever scheme you and your little friends cooked up holds water. 'Cause, you see, your mirror took no time at all to figure it out. What happens to people who die inside the gate?
Well, what happens to people who die inside the gate?
He gets shot in the kidney, and then the dad has to donate the kidney to himself.
Oh my god.
Well, I'm going to be voicing Andrew Parker, so this is you. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know.
Hadn't seen Andrew since. Nope. She tongues at her teeth like she's trying to suck something out from between them. Ew.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, Wednesday, he's been tutoring freshmen this year. Maybe someone at the math faculty knows. Neither Kurt nor Andrew answer their phones. Can't blame them. After everything, I wouldn't answer me either. It does force me to go through the inconvenience of seeking them out, though.
Gosh, Andrew Park,
He frowns down at his fingers as they drum lightly on the keyboard.
Sorry, bud. Yeah, he's been here, but I haven't seen him lately. Did you try the council?
My hands are cool and dry in my pockets. I've all but forgotten about my breath. It's steady. I don't have to think about it. Chatting up these strangers is no big deal. What's the worst that can happen? They think I'm a prick? Not like I ever had any issue with that.
What? Young man, I'm not Park's guardian. If you miss him so much, why don't you try calling him? Anything else? No? Then excuse me, you're making me late.
Andrew. Forget it. The 8th time was just as pointless as the 7th. I no longer have the patience to wait for it to get to the answering machine. Desperate times call for desperate measures, I suppose. I pull a folded up flyer out of my pants pocket. I had to dig to the bottom of my drawer to find it. It's the pamphlet Andrew gave me all the way back on the day we first met. Andrew has 2 numbers written next to his name. One of them is the one I have saved to my phone, but the other is some unknown thing. Doesn't look like a landline, but hope his mom doesn't answer. Actually, who cares?
We got a bad boy, Spencer. He found his spine. He can talk to people and he doesn't afraid of anything.
He can hear the phone.
Mm-hmm.
That's a bad sign? I don't know. Huh. Where's that coming from? Locker? Behind you? Let's try that again. It's coming from the classroom right there.
This is weirdly super uncomfortable.
Andrew? I listen in closely for half a minute.
Come in.
What?
Yo. Okay. Was that supposed to be a joke? Like a... Okay.
Just an astonishing coincidence.
Hmm.
Look at this motherfucker wearing a polo shirt.
This is casual, Andrew.
Yeah. How's it going?
I'm good. How about you?
Good.
Cool.
You, Andrew?
Fantastic.
Andrew is standing in between a couple of desks angled to form a semicircle around him. There's a cardboard box in one of them, and beside it are a myriad of documents, folders, and binders organized into tall stacks. I recognize a few of them from the night the 3 of us spent in a cabin on Ian's birthday. Nostalgic. So, there's a face.
Mm-hmm. So...
I nod towards Andrew. You 2 are still on that?
Huh? Oh, no. I'm just helping Andrew pack his stuff.
What, did he get fired or something?
He stepped down.
Andrew slaps the papers he's holding softly down on the table and straightens up.
That's the most angry we're ever going to see him. Watch out, Andrew's on a warpath.
That's right.
My apologies, Spencer. I'm afraid I will no longer be able to provide you with tutoring. Leslie Carter will be taking my place. She had already been updated with your academic status along with a written record of my impressions. She's a great tutor and a personal friend of mine. You're in good hands.
Oh. Thanks. Why'd you quit?
What do you think?
Andrew's papers fan Kurt dismissively.
I'm really confused what that is supposed to convey. Okay. It's all right. I don't mind explaining such things. If, of course, you care to hear it.
I'll hear it. What's up? Nothing has changed from your end, has it? Kurt takes a step back to blow a cloud of smoke towards the back of the room.
I have been informed on the details of your latest exploits, you understand. And, as you put it, nothing had changed. Professor Reed, my supervisor, hadn't made any signs that anything is off. Suspiciously so. Although, as though he's completely blind to anything that's been going on. Difficult to say if he truly is. Regardless, it appears he's perfectly content with letting me carry on with my job. And I could carry on with it, in theory. Is that what you propose that I do?
I guess. So, what, you finally got sick of Reed? Is that it?
Yes.
He takes a deep breath and then blows it out through his cheeks.
You would not believe how very much so.
Wouldn't doubt it. So, what will you do now?
What will I do? Regarding what?
Are you leaving the council too?
I am.
Doesn't that interfere with your, honor student thing?
It does.
So...
So what? Spencer, what are you actually asking about?
Huh? I'm just making conversation.
You are just making conversation?
The corners of his mouth tighten.
Sorry, I shouldn't be taking it out on you. As I'm sure you can tell, I am a touch frustrated over the entire thing. It's turning up desks, punching holes in walls. Watch out for
Yeah.
Andrew.
Never
Reed
more
is merely
afraid.
the... Reed is merely the tip of the iceberg for my choice. I'm planning to move.
This is funny because I'm planning on moving with Andrew.
Oh. That means you're Spencer.
Oh my god.
And I'm Kurt. Oh, damn it.
Your face is fucked up.
I know.
I don't think that ear's gonna heal. Unless you like staple it. Are you gonna staple your
Rubbing
ear?
salt in the wound.
You're leaving?
Yes. Fleeing, I'm sure you want to say. Suppose that I understand where you're coming from. It does seem like I've been implicitly pardoned. Technically speaking, I have got very little involvement in, Mr. Fisher's affairs compared to you two. I could leave at any moment, truth be told. My one remaining semester here is mainly for show. My inbox is chock full of offers from either coast. Were I to drop everything and relocate, it is unlikely that my life would not be comfortable. My parents have always wanted to move, and I had confirmed with them that they still do. So, that's not an issue either.
But you haven't until now.
And now I am.
His palms rub for a few seconds on top of the desk, as if to wipe off some non-existent grime.
This line of questioning is taking me a bit by surprise, I must admit. Are you, out of all people, implying that I should keep my job?
It seemed pretty important to you.
It was.
And it isn't anymore?
How should I put this?
Shut the fuck up. That's how I'm putting it. Surprise. Spencer, go away.
Andrew flips me off with both hands before flinging the door open and then gently closing it behind him.
How is he censored in real life?
Well, Kurt had heard this story before, but... Let's say that when I was younger, I went through some troubling times. And as a result of those times, I put it into my head that if I just put my mind to it, if I'm just a bit better than everyone around, I might be able to live a happier life. It is not an uncommon sentiment, I'm sure you agree, and I don't claim to have found it to be entirely incorrect. My problem lies in the path I chose to implement. The stick-up part of Andrew's ass is a stick-up its ass. I swear to God. Jesus. There's no rung in the social ladder you can rise to where you stop getting pushed around, as a younger me had hoped for. Even if you were the head of faculty themselves, a day will come where you will be forced to bend over backwards for some lawless crook.
Oh. I'm sorry to hear that. Was the council that bad?
Spencer. The council? Oh, don't take it the wrong way. It is not like that. Not horrendously so, anyway. I wouldn't have gotten where I am if I didn't consider at least a few of them, my friend. Where you are? You're a fucking tutor, dude. Jesus. I don't regret my time in the council, but it is time to move on.
Like, I guess because he's like student council at like a prestigious-ish school with a big gate around it and shit.
I guess, but it doesn't seem to have done anything for him other than make him watch a fucking camera and like tutor freshmen.
What about Ian?
Like from the both of them. What about him? I'm getting worried, Spencer, but I'll answer the question. Regrettably, I had to embellish the story I gave them, but I spoke with Ian and his parents. I believe that presently they are considering their options. It seemed like Ian was notably unsurprised by my plea. Is it possible that you have spoken to him before me? Why are you suddenly so invested in where I go or don't go?
Kurt stops down on his lit cigarette butt and kicks it towards the back of the class. Thanks, Kurt. How much did you tell him?
Kurt's supposed to be the muscle of these two. He's trying to intimidate Spencer. Everything.
Everything.
Don't tell me a bond of Fisher's lame bluff.
How much of everything?
As much as I can remember. Did something possibly occur in the other world?
Andrew stops to reflect on the word. Then he makes an exasperated noise out of the back of his throat and shakes his head.
No. You know what? I don't want to hear it. You should be saluting me for not jumping on the nearest Greyhound and screaming all the way out of town. There is a hell device underneath the floorboards that has the power to manipulate reality itself by some inscrutable quantum logic. And our adversary, a literal murderer, is the one person who has managed to work it out. That is what this is about, is it not? What you're trying to lead me to talk about in that insufferable, vague way of yours.
He's so
That's just
done
called
with you.
subtext. Oh,
He's so done. He's just so completely done with you.
yeah.
His teeth
Yeah.
gnash shut as he looks down into his box for more words.
Call me a coward if that is what you want. It would be telling a lie if I claimed that I'm content with this decision. But what's left to do anymore? We've poured through all the documents and put all the puzzle pieces together to form a complete picture. And to what end? Mr. Fisher has eyes and ears planted anywhere there's power, and he barely makes an effort to cover up that fact. I had planned to submit everything to the police, but if he can just undo it at will.
He throws up his hands.
So what? You planning on staying?
You aren't?
Are you fucking insane?
I'm not sure.
Spencer, I hardly believe you're here to ask us to stay. What is it that you want? You must have called me dozens of times.
I take a deep breath. Aside from the multitudes of residual aches, there's no tightness in my muscles. My heart is soft, my nape is dry. There is no doubt remaining that this is what I must do. I have reason to believe that Fisher's more dangerous than just a murderer. I need your connections, and I need your brains, both of you. Can I please ask for your help?
Pardon?
French.
French. Pardon? You want what?
The gate, the RLG, whatever. He's learned how to manipulate it only a few years ago. On the other hand, everyone here lived as if weird shit had been going on for decades. That's what the gate does. It's organic. It reverberates backwards and changes the past in a way that only sort of makes sense if you don't think about it.
Okay.
All to keep both of its ends in sync.
Man, this RLG device sounds like it's barely keeping its shit together. Of course, the universe is held together by a device that's like, oh, hold on, I got it, like constantly fucking up. That is what he told you to. That is what he told... That is what he told you to. God damn it. It's CWO. Okay. That is what he told you to, isn't it?
Just listen to Bird try to remember what English is in real time. Like it fell out of your head completely. He downplayed it and deflected his involvement with it. Made it sound like an inevitability, as opposed to something he had intentionally done. I'm saying whole chunks of your life may have been false. False as in the gate made them, I mean. They're real now.
Are you sure about this?
Yes.
Plenty of people had access to the basement of the Jefferson building over the years.
None of them had anything to do with it.
How do you know?
I'm me from the other world. That's not the only person he killed. Not by a long shot. I don't know what his agenda is or how many people he got that way, but there's a reason why we never heard of any of them. He wiped them straight out of history.
Those are some rather serious allegations, but...
Just kind of continued on its own.
Yeah.
It loves to do that. That's right after it's the end of the animation, too.
In the visual novel SDK that I'm currently working on, I'm not going to support that as a feature. I don't care. Nobody's getting no wait. The no wait tag, you have to make it yourself. I'm not doing it.
You're spitefully creating an entire engine without that feature.
Yes. Well, I mean, I'm creating an engine for different reasons. It wasn't just for the no wait tag, but that is something I'm definitely not adding.
Fisher's expecting me to show up at the basement in a few days. If we're careful and we combine our efforts, I'm confident we'll be able to catch him off guard. What you do is you shoot him with a gun.
Oh, nobody thought of that.
Seemingly.
Nobody's ever thought of bringing a gun to a gunfight. Answer the fucking question, Spencer. How the fuck do you know all this?
A needle shoots through my heart. No way out of it. I have to tell them. They should know. I remembered something. Same thing the other me remembered. We knew Fisher, sort of, for a few years. He killed my dad. I think that man has to be stopped.